Freaks, geeks, and wrestling fans, welcome to LTWLive. This is the 11th episode. Sorry we've been, absent or whatever for the show. I blame White Trash and all his drug
My
problems.
bad. My
He's
bad.
been doing too much meth.
That math, not even once.
Nah. Yeah, we just been absent, it's all good though. We are back and we are live. We're going to talk about Raw, bullshit about whatever the hell we want to. Y'all know how it goes, people. But first off, how you been doing, man?
I've been doing okay. I have a wall behind me I haven't painted yet, but I've got the paint now.
Oh, bro, yes, I heard you was going to paint it green or whatever.
Yeah,
green wall?
I was sitting there and I was like, the amount of money a green screen costs versus the amount of money paint costs.
I seen one motherfucker, bro. He took green poster boards, bro, and just put them up.
Yeah, that'd be all right. But I already bought the paint, so I'm good.
Yeah. I'm just saying. I've seen motherfuckers work it out different ways and everything.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so we've been. I don't know. Where should we start off at, man?
Well, let's just start off with the overall decline.
Wait, hold on. Let's start off with
since WrestleMania.
Oh yeah, no doubt. It definitely hasn't been as hype as it was, but you got to slowly start building it for next WrestleMania.
I get that, and I've been trying to suffer through a bit. And to be honest with you, I've been surprised with some performances I didn't see coming.
Like actual matches or just stuff happening?
Just names that you kind of like. What's the chick that's been going nuts recently? Alicia Fox?
Oh yeah, remember I told you I told you a while back. We was like, who's the one you thought you liked the best? And I told you I was like, I like her. Yeah, they had so her and Paige had that match, and I'm liking Paige.
Wait,
bro, like fucking
stop. Here's what you tweeted out, and I'm gonna do my best to say this in this language. Inici una transmisión en directo en at YouTube.
Wait, I tweeted this?
What the this has been happening with YouTube, where they're randomly spitting out your automated tweets.
I've heard about this
language.
That's the first time it's happened to me. I've heard other people say this and see it, but yeah, it's the first time it's happened to me. What the fuck is that? Is that Japanese?
I think it's Spanish.
Yeah, it's not Japanese, definitely. No. Yeah, NC uno transmissión en directo en. Come watch us live.
Oh shit, man! My desk is getting me at the Spanish announce table. R.I.P.
All right, so hold up. So they got this TNA mobile game trailer going around, right? It looks pretty fucking horrible. It looks like some pre-render stuff, and everybody's like, "What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?" It got tweeted out by a fake TNA account for one. And if you watch this little trailer, it's a pre-rendered trailer, obviously, so it's not official. But if you watch this trailer, about 24 seconds in, you look up on a Titantron, there's a WWE ring and like the Miz standing there. That right there tells you that shit's not real. That trailer could not be real. Because TNA would be scared as shit of copyright issues, like.
You're not going to see. Unless WWE buys,
it was only like for a second.
Any kind of crossover.
No, it was only for a second. It looks like it looks like somebody was trying to fake the internet that another TNA game is coming out, and they, for a split second, you could see WWE ring on the Titantron back there, just barely, like like he didn't mean to, but it happened.
Yeah.
But if this is a real trailer, then they're fucked. That's copyright like a motherfucker.
Yeah, they're fucked.
That's why I think it's fucking fake. It's been going around. Whatever.
I mean, let's face it. TNA doesn't have a hope in hell.
Man, all right. TNA has good ass workers. They have good wrestlers, no doubt. But some of their storylines and everything, just no. I was trying to take up for fucking EY, Eric Young. I was trying to take up for Eric Young, right? Because they gave him the world title, and everybody's like, oh, they gave him the world title and put a beard on him because of Daniel Bryan. They're trying to copy him. I was like, nah, man, nah. He's worked his ass off to get there. The next week, TNA comes. Not TNA. The next week, Ditsy comes out there, who's the head person, and she comes out there and she grabs his beard and is like, this is my intellectual property, talking about the beard's her property. I was like, what the fuck? So they are trying to copy TNA in some way. I mean, copy him, because they would even mention his beard if because you got Fear the Beard and all that or whatever.
Yeah.
Shit. Yeah, like so they do.
Well,
copy
and the
him,
thing
man.
is Daniel Bryan right now is not the only impressive beard in the WWE.
Oh hell no! Fucking look at the Wyatt family.
The Wyatt family's beards are amazing, but the thing is as
I wish I could have a fucking beard, man. Shit.
The thing is as somebody who used to have a beard and I have what I have now,
What? That's not a beard.
you get lumped into the beard group.
So
like,
what? You gotta have this shit to your ears too for it to actually be the ears. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because I shaved the sides off.
Yeah, okay, so if it's not to the ears, it's not a beard. That's okay. But my thing is, if you have a shit ton of facial hair like you, that's a fucking beard, whatever.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
The thing is when you grow something, like if you look at mine, right, it covers my neck. Like you don't see the shirt here through my beard, right? The minute you make that crossover, basically what they're going to say to you is like, oh yeah, I like Duck Dynasty. My usual response is never heard of it. Even though I've watched every episode.
It's like, dude, I live in Louisiana. Of course I heard of it. Fuck.
Yeah, they're probably in your back fucking yard.
My thing is like, I mean, like, nigga, like, this shit happens. I do this stuff. What they're doing on TV is like, that's natural life for me. Nigga's like, I don't, what the fuck? I know all these rednecks.
The only difference is they have millions of dollars and you don't.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, now, yeah.
Unless you do and you didn't tell me. Because if you had millions of dollars, all of a sudden I got to charge you a fee.
Nigga, it cost me to get on this podcast, son. Since we mentioned... Okay, go ahead.
Well, the thing is like when they say beard and wrestling and they loop them in with Daniel Bryan, the thing is, not only have I had people compare me to wrestlers, I have had people come up to me and say, oh, you look exactly like this guy, and they show me a picture. Our beards are different colors. Our faces are shaped differently. The only thing in common is that I have a shaped
black. Yeah.
And it's like, no, we don't look a fucking thing alike. Like, it gets to that point where it's like beards just almost get lumped in.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, I hate to say it. I hate to go there, but I might as well go full tilt. You know how white people say black people look the same?
Yes.
Apparently all white people with a beard look the same.
So all you white people look alike, too.
Yeah, all you fucking
and of course, young Jay
grows
weed. Of course you grow weed, young Jay.
Yeah, well, of course.
You can't grow a beard.
Shit, man, I should grow weed instead of a beard to fucking make more money.
You're right, man. So that OG Kush, son.
Mm-hmm.
So
when they say...
it didn't work out.
When they say somebody from TNA grew a beard to rip off Daniel Bryan, it's like...
Well, he already had a beard. I don't take that
seriously because people just instantly connect.
No. He already had a beard and everything, but they made him the world champion not too long after Daniel Bryan won the world title too, and they both had beards. Then Ditsy came out there saying that EY's beard was her intellectual property and everything, so it just felt like they was trying to do something with the
trying
beard.
To cash in.
Yeah, they try to do something with the beard because of Daniel Bryan stuff, because of how hot he is right now. Mm-hmm. And God, he is fucking hot, dude. You haven't seen the crowd.
He sure was.
Well, I'm just saying, you haven't seen the crowd motherfucking hit like that since like some old school shit. We talk about that. So
I didn't believe it at first. I thought I still don't believe it. I still think it's fucking kayfabe.
Okay, but hold on. I'll tell you how I believe it in a second. So originally, right, he did all them tombstones, right? And then you thought about that. I was like, man, that's fucking dangerous, man. He could get a neck injury, right?
Well, not just the tombstones, but a lot of the
like beat downs. Period.
The Triple H handcuff beat down.
All the beat downs. He's been beat the fuck down a lot.
Yeah.
And I said, it's like that's dangerous, man. Especially
for about 9 months straight, as they put that push on him.
When he did the tombstones, though, that was also the night that his dad died or whatever. So that's what I was saying.
So if his head's not 100% into it,
he might not be taking the bumps right.
Because I think we talked about that, right?
We did that night.
It's on both sides because you. Like you say, you might not be taking the bumps right because your head's somewhere else.
Exactly.
I don't think Daniel Bryan should have been on that night.
So he might have got injured, really, and like,
yeah. And I don't think anybody would have faulted him for saying, "Fuck it, I'm going home to bury my dad."
Nah,
I don't think anybody would have. But
the whole internet already knows. So yeah, like we're not gonna like even if you are pissed off, you're a horrible person. Yeah,
you know, when he came out and they're doing that yes chant and they're looking straight up, and that's the first
internet
time
age
came out with him.
And everybody knows now.
He could barely talk. Like he was, you know, he was distraught, and there's no.
I wouldn't have gone. I wouldn't have gone to work that day.
Yeah. You know, it's like, oh, my dad died. Bye, going home.
Exactly. I'll be gone for a week. Fuck y'all. Y'all can have.
You know, because I mean, if you can't drop everything to go home and bury your dad, what the fuck are you even doing it for, right?
Yeah, man.
But when you get into show, you know, you get that stigma of the show must go on, right?
Yeah, that's always the wrestling mentality. The show must go on no matter what. Yeah, a lot of people hate that because of the Owen Hart situation, but they don't realize that they didn't actually find out Owen Hart was dead till like a little bit, like way later on into the pay-per-view.
Yeah, well, he didn't die instantly, did he?
Well, no. Well, I'm not going to say
he got fucked up, but as far as I knew,
he was pronounced dead at the hospital. They usually do that. They usually wait until they get to the hospital to pronounce them. So he might have. I'm not, I don't know. I'm just saying they didn't stop the show right then, and nobody knew right then. It wasn't 30 minutes to an hour later that they actually, Jim Ross and JR came on the fucking camera. It's like we're sad to say this happened. Yeah, just saying the show must go on. Yeah, but at the same time, people bitched about that, but. It wasn't as fast as everybody thinks everything. Like, the information wasn't out there.
Not just that, but let's face it, because, I mean, we built a show on it, but wrestling fans, bitch? Come on now.
Come on now. Hell no, man. Look everything that happens.
Yeah. But
so go back to the beatdowns, right? So he comes out one day, and he says he's got a neck injury, and he has to have surgery tomorrow, Thursday. Mm-hmm. What makes me think that it's actually real, because of all the beatdowns and shit he has been taking an ass whooping, is later on during the night.
See, that was my thing. That was when I started to believe it was later on.
Because later on night, right, the Kane drug him out there. If they was actually going to do a storyline where he got injured by a wrestler, he would have got beat up more right there instead of drug from the back.
He would have got beat up on camera.
Yeah, exactly. On camera, not off camera. Since
that was off camera, he came out, makeup and all, I'm assuming it's makeup.
Yeah, well, yeah.
And like, you could see him, right? Like, he was using his leg to push to help drag himself along.
The fact that little incident right there happened off camera leads me to believe that the neck injury is real and they're not kayfabing us. And if they are, he might be out from 2 months. 3 months, I don't know, fucking 8 months, we don't fucking know.
Yeah.
If that happens, that means he will have to drop the titles.
There's no
way they will let him keep the title.
I'm sitting there going, like, do I even believe this? Because he didn't relinquish the titles.
They said that they're going to address this situation on Monday.
Well, they have to.
They're going to address the title situation on Raw. Yeah. Well, yeah, I'm guessing they're going to wait to see after the surgery. Surgery happens tomorrow. Then they're going to figure out what the doc says, like how many months or how long he's got to recuperate.
And the other thing too is I've always not always, but I've always kind of thought that WWE comes out and says Daniel Bryan has a neck injury, right?
Usually they don't play around when it comes to surgery and neck injuries.
No.
Like with neck,
what I'm saying is,
go ahead, yeah.
What I'm saying is it could be a leg injury.
Yeah.
That way, when he comes back after air quotes neck surgery, and they just completely destroy the shit out of his neck, it's going to be more dramatic, even though it was actually his leg that hurt. Like sometimes I swear to God, it's like, oh, he blew out his left quad. Yeah, but we're going to tell everybody it was his right quad, and then when you come back and fuck up his right leg, everybody's going to be like, oh my God, but his right leg was fine the whole time. Like, shit like that I could see them doing because I think it's a good storyline technique.
Yeah, I think they have done that before in the past. Like, motherfucker, they say, oh, he injured this, but he's actually injured, but not that bad.
Like Like
Yeah.
Nikki Bella's horrible shin surgery.
Yeah, bro.
Which actually, I forget if it was last week or this week.
I'm addicted to Total Divas, man. I'm watching it. I need to, yeah. I'm sad to say that, but I'm addicted to the show, and I know it's so fake.
I've only watched the clips on YouTube. I still promise myself I'm going to have a decent, if I get a couple days off work in a row, I'm going to download all of it and just have like a massive binge.
You got fucking Eve and Summer Rae going at it, and Summer Rae's a bitch, man. She's just horrible. Just yeah. But you can tell.
Speaking of the chicks, though, I think Alicia Fox. I think I like the direction they're going with her.
Oh yeah, so they had that match with Paige, right? And yeah, she just fucking flipped the fuck out, right? And she did it again at Main Event or one of the other shows.
One of the other ones against Emma.
I seen the clip on YouTube. But yeah, she did it again. She's just fucking flipping out, like slapping the announcers and just what bitch? She's like, I was like, home bro, that's
like
fucking
shoving papers in their mouth. Like
they need more fucking.
Like they have tapped her on the shoulder and they have said, "You are going to be the top heel in the Divas division. Run with it."
They need more divas to just do good shit. Like they need more divas to not be divas. They need more women to be out there wrestling and fucking having good ass matches and storylines. Don't let them be divas. Let them fucking. Paige and all these women that you see, man, they can wrestle so much better, but the WWE does not let them. You can go back and watch Paige's documentary and shit, bro. Like this,
not just that, but what's her face?
What's her face?
The best president in the world.
Oh, bro, I see some naked pictures of her.
The legs on her.
Ravishing. What was it? Yeah, something like that. Every time they see Ravishing Dog, I think of Rick Rude.
Yeah. But I see her, and I'm just like, I want to wrestle her.
Hell yeah, bro. Supposedly, there's some pictures of her naked on fucking internet shit.
Wow.
I hope they fucking do good with Rusev. Like, I like good, strong, powerful motherfuckers. They keep on going here, but they need to let him destroy good people. They need to let him destroy a name. Don't let him destroy a jobber. Let him come out there and fucking beat the shit out of fucking Batista one night for no reason.
Yep.
And just destroy him.
And if that's what they're gonna do with him, because I mean the thing is, like, okay,
like the Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar first came in, he was destroying people.
Yeah. Well, part of the reason that the sharpshooter was such an iconic move is people hardly ever got out of it. It hardly ever got reversed.
You mean the Scorpion Deathlock?
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
I know.
I'm just picking that random move. Or
I know.
The Stone Cold Stunner. The reason it was such a devastating move was the sell. Right?
You know why Stone Cold's finisher is such a good finisher? Because it
looks like it would actually fucking hurt.
Also because he can give it to anybody, anytime, and it can look good. It don't matter if you're fucking 7 foot, 500 pounds, or whatever.
Doesn't matter if you're Vince McMahon and don't know how to take a bump.
Well, okay, hold up. It might not look good then. He was fucking like going into a seizure. I've heard that shit.
But you know what? It's still...
He still dropped him. When he dropped him, it looked like... Yeah.
As one of the top moments because, I mean, the iconic...
Everybody talks about it.
Yeah, because all of a sudden Vince McMahon... That was when he started becoming a wrestler.
It was actually... They had that shit with Bret Hart and him. And he was like, well, fucking, they already see me as fucking being evil, so yeah, he actually took over the Vince McMahon character and started doing the shit with Stone Cold, and that was the first time he ever laid hands on. Stone Cold was going around stunning everybody, bro. He was stunning the referees and stunning Pat Patterson, and finally, boom, he hit he hit Vince. Yeah, he's actually injured, and they wasn't letting him wrestle then, but they was letting him go out there and do storylines, just stun everybody. I think it was a neck injury.
Stone Cold could show up.
Actually, that might have been the shit he was coming back from Owen Hart. Because remember, he got injured with his neck. I think it was
yeah. Well, I mean, he could come back and he could be on the show for weeks without wrestling and instantly make it better, which I think he's done before.
Dude, him versus CM Punk was so fucking hyped back in the day. Like, just because you had your beer drinking, son of a bitch, motherfucking don't give a fuck redneck versus this straight edge punk kid.
Rebel against my dad, punk ass.
That would have been that match. I would love to see that. That would be if they do the storyline right too.
Stone Cold going on other shows. I forget what show it was, but like I know he did this one once. if you were to come back and wrestle against, who would you wrestle against? And he's like, CM Punk.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
And, you know, even if they figured out a way to bring Punk back for one match.
Okay, there's rumors.
Payback.
The WWE Payback event is supposed to be happening in Chicago, right? Oh, there's rumors.
Chicago, so obviously CM Punk's coming back.
So obviously Punk's coming back. The fuck ever, internet. Okay, hold up. Go ahead and talk while I find this message.
Okay, the thing is I bought into internet rumors for about a month straight.
This is like when I first got the internet 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
And until every single fucking rumor turned out to be bullshit. And what rumors are is they're fueled by what we want to see, not by what we're going to see.
Yeah.
Right? We want to see Punk back. Punk's not coming back.
So CM Punk's ex-girlfriend, Natalia Slater, wrote a piece on Red Eye Chicago giving insight to how he was struggling to keep his private life private.
Yep.
He's one of the most isolated people I've ever known. A few weeks ago, he found out a young man and his mom cramming Easter egg candy into a mail slot in his front door. Just before that, he walked out his back door to throw out trash to only meet fans camped out on his alley for a few hours to see him. We get mad about how much our information on Facebook is selling to advertisers. This guy has people stalking his dumpster. But if he complains, people roll their eyes and say that he has money, and if they had money, that they wouldn't complain about this shit.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm sure he likes it just fine, but I often wonder how much of it he would trade just to be able to go to a Cubs game without it ending up on TMZ.
Well, not just that, like
there's a little bit more. Hold on. The nervous ninny in me lives with constant fear that someone's going to stab him. On the rare occasion I get out of the house, I get to witness how overbearing and creepy people are towards him. Bodyguard, my husband and I nag. That's stupid. He says, what am I going to do? Drag some guy around me forever? Why can't people just leave me alone?
Yep.
Yep. And from that message right there, I don't think he's coming back anytime soon.
He wanted to be a wrestler. He never wanted to be a celebrity.
Yes.
He's the Kurt Cobain of wrestling.
He didn't want to be a superstar. He wanted to be a wrestler.
He wanted to put on a good show, but when he was done his show, he wanted to go home.
And there's a bunch of other shit back, there's a bunch of bullshit in the back that we don't even know about. Fucking, they're not pushing him right or what the fuck ever. Then that bullshit with Batista. You gonna bring him back and just give him a title shot like that when I've been working my ass off? Hold up one second. This ain't her. It's somebody else. Hold up.
Oh, it ain't her. It ain't her, he says.
We are live, so talk to the people.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just gonna choke to death. No. The thing with CM Punk and why he won't come back is because he's not your typical fucking dude. Fuck being a wrestler, fuck all that other shit. He ain't your typical dude. He don't care about being knee deep in the pussy. He don't care about all the glad handing and the pandering and all that shit. He went out to put on a show. He should have always been top heel. He did good as a face, and I mean, when you're a good enough heel, you have to go face eventually. But he should have always been a heel because he could. There's never been, I don't think, a heel in wrestling, not just WWE, but in wrestling in general, that has been able to get the heat that he can when you let him run nuts on shit like his Straight Edge Society, when he had like some 90-year-old lady call him Satan, and he just starts laughing because he's like, oh my fuck, we did it. You know what I mean? We pulled it off. That's what he was going for. And so I don't know how much time we really want to spend on it. I've made my opinion. CM Punk's not coming back.
You didn't run off our viewers while I was gone, huh?
What's that?
I said you didn't run off our viewers while I was gone, huh?
Well, I think we used to have 8, and now we have 4, so...
It's all good. No, that's my brother. That's my brother. We were taking care of the little kid, bro, his son. So I had to go send him up front to go meet the dad. He didn't want to drive all the way over here.
Oh, yeah.
Family stuff, man. It's all good. It's all good. What's up, man?
What's going on, guys?
Chilling, bro.
Yeah, I didn't even realize you tweeted at me, and then I Everyone was like, "Oh shit!"
I know. I got rice halfway in the cooker because I thought it was later. I was doing my math wrong. I'm like, no. When you say that time, means this time. Oh damn.
Yeah. It was a different time, man. Different times.
My rice is halfway cooked. I don't know what it's gonna be like when I'm done.
It'll be cooked but cold.
Well, no, because I
I
turned
had
it
to
off.
talk to that chick, man.
Like if it's still in the water and shit, the rice will just swell. It just won't be hot. Or yeah, it won't be hot.
Oh.
Because rice cookers only cook at like 200 degrees.
So what you're saying? My rice is gonna be shit, and I'm gonna have to make new rice.
You might have to make new rice.
You know, I really
Fuck.
like fucking rice.
I love rice, but
Like, I know you don't just eat plain rice. You're supposed to put shit on it.
oh
you know?
yeah. I can't.
Oh
just
yeah.
saying,
yeah.
I just don't,
I
you know.
put
Yeah, I'm just not a
frozen
fan.
vegetables,
I'd rather just eat the
throw a
roasted
handful
vegetables
of
in like a
those
soup and like a a stew.
and
I
then
like a stew with some cookies.
well, I put like hot sauce on it, eh?
Eh?
Hey, what's that all about?
And some
Yeah.
Canadian bacon, eh?
Oh, don't get him started. Don't get him started.
So, all right, so go back to rumors. There's other rumors, right, that Sin Cara and Sheamus were fighting backstage at one
Well,
point.
you know my favorite rumor I've heard. So
Sheamus
far?
tweeted out, he's like, all the dirt sheets heroes who dream that they get better or whatever. He's like, step up and be men. Try me,
My
fella.
favorite rumor that I heard is that Batista.
I wouldn't want to fuck with Sheamus. I
and,
think he could
and
take. I think he would
Sheamus
stay.
is going to be part of Evolution.
Okay, so Evolution in the Shield, right? You
Is
got
boring.
they're leading up to shit. What I would like to see them lead up to, which is not going to happen, it's a fantasy of mine, is an old WCW War Games match with 2 rings and a giant cage. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was like, you know, you had old Dusty Rhodes, baby, and his team, like the Road Warriors and shit, or like versus like Jim Cornette and like, you know, all that shit or whatever. But you had 2 rings side by side in a giant Hell in a Cell, basically, you know. And fucking usually it was 4-on-4 though for that type of match.
Is
So Evolution.
I'm just gonna go out and say it. I am completely out of love with Triple H again.
I will still always like him. He was one of my favorites. I would still always like him no matter what. So you know.
And you see, I never really had that with him. I know he's had moments. I've had several moments that I've watched him that I applaud.
Oh yeah.
I loved his documentary.
You can't deny though that he is a good worker.
There's a lot of things I can't deny about him. One thing I cannot confirm is he never has been and he never will be number 1.
No, I can tell you that. I can kind of say that he was always the number 2 guy fighting the number 1 guy. It always seemed like
he could do top heel.
He was always the top heel going on after Stone Cold or going he was always the number 2 guy. But that also means he was good at what he did. You know.
Yeah. I mean, when him and Shawn started DX, it was amazing.
Yeah, but you always had to do
But it
top
wasn't-
was Stone Cold, The Rock, and then you had you know Triple H or what? Even Undertaker. Undertaker was up there.
During that era,
God, dude.
everybody made everybody else better. Like Stone Cold showed up.
I wish that era
and
would
boom,
happen again, man.
Everybody instantly became better. The Rock comes out instantly. Everybody's better. You know, and fucking Shawn and Triple H, they kept up, if not fucking surpassed at times.
And
But
then with DX,
everybody was better. Now,
and DX was so entertaining, regardless. It was the matches, just the entertainment that DX.
I guess that's the thing. Like,
We talking
Triple H
DX
is
1.0?
way better at the comedy stuff than he is the. I don't know what he's trying to do now. And I think it's because I don't even think it's on him. I think his supporting cast of Batista and Orton is not helping him at all.
The rehashing the Evolution deal and stuff. Yeah.
I think right now you've got 3 people that nobody cares about, and
that's what kind of annoys me is when they do stuff like that, when they're like, oh, we're going to bring it back because it worked out so well the first time. And it'll work for a little bit, and then it'll die
never
off.
the same.
Like look at the first time DX came out.
And that's what I was about to say. Look, like what's when they came back. But also, you got to think that Shawn Michaels, by that time when they came back, was a saved man. You know, he was
he's born again.
He was born again. But I still will say though, they still made it work.
I give him a lot of credit.
Yeah, because Shawn Michaels would go off to the side while Triple H did this shit or whatever. Like they had some funny. Watch the new DX movie or whatever. Like they had some funny moments, definitely.
Especially when they took over the soundtrack.
PG though.
yeah, it still was PG because I remember the first time.
But they had to be PG because of the era.
Yep. That's why I really hate
all you kids or teenagers who do not grew up during the Attitude Era or even before then. WCCW, fucking Mid-South Wrestling, man, Junkyard Dog, Ernie the Cat, come on.
If you've never chanted EC Dub, you don't get what wrestling was.
Bruh.
Even when they rebooted ECW, it was still things
the fans so bad wanted it to be the same.
Should not be able to survive that. Yeah. I mean, you can list off. Stone Cold, The Rock, Mankind, Triple H, Undertaker, Kane. They've all lived through things they shouldn't have. The Hardys, especially Jeff Hardy, the Dudley Boys.
Yeah. And he was all doped up on drugs too, doing some of that shit.
Because I'll tell you what, I loved
them TLC matches, like the first ever TLC match, they put their body through hell to do a good ass show. And now you got these TLC matches that just suck ass. They're we're PG, you can't do this, you can't do that. And
they need to drop TLC. And if I see another WeLC match, I'm fucking.
Hold on. That was one of the best matches of the night, dude.
I mean, I admit I haven't watched the pay-per-views yet.
It was one of the most entertaining matches. Maybe not as far as wrestling-wise, but it was entertaining. It was the best pre-show match that they've had for a pay-per-view. That too. It was entertaining. They had Wii chairs and Wii tables and Wii ladders. And
I think it's the word Wii.
Yeah, I know. I told you too. I was like, man, that's gonna be
shit out of me.
We talked about it. I was like, man, this is gonna be fucking horrible. And then I watched it. I was like, holy shit, they actually pulled it off and made it entertaining. They did.
Oh, I'm going to have to go back and give it a fair shot, but
They made it entertaining. Like, fucking everybody went through a table pretty much.
Well, not just that, but what is it, Los Matadores?
I was laughing. I was like, they busted out in a mini chair. Oh, shit.
Fuck. Oh.
It's definitely... If you're a pure wrestling fan back in the old days, you might not have liked it. But as far as entertainment-wise, for being a pre-show match, it was entertaining. But for being maybe a good wrestling match, no, man, just depends on how you look at it. Just depends on how you look at it. I gave my little review or whatever in the fucking video of that. Overall, the pay-per-view, it's kind of, and you definitely had, good matches, but it's whatever. It's not WrestleMania.
I have it sitting on my hard drive. Couldn't bring myself to watch. I mean, like I told you before, I haven't even finished watching the last 2 weeks worth of Raw.
I know. I've been fucking just kind of half-assing it too.
But like I say too, is as I like some of these names coming into the spotlight, like Fandango.
Bro,
all of a sudden he's getting more airtime, and he's. If you go by the classic phrase, if you want to be remarked upon, be remarkable. He's being remarkable. He might not be doing good.
He was doing so good after last year's WrestleMania. If you go back and watch that Monday, remember the whole crowd was doing the Fango.
But dude, that crowd was.
They killed him. They buried him.
But the thing was, and I think this is one of the Triple H good businessman things that I think made a lot of sense, was he realized the hype had died down. He comes out and he says, "You people all chant, yes, yes, yes. Let me tell you some other things you used to chant." And he brings up Fandangoing. And the next week,
some people might thought it,
out, everybody's doing the shit again. I thought that was a good move.
I saw people saying, "Oh, look, Triple H is burying him and all that shit." I was like, he's not burying him. He just put him over.
He did.
I was like, dude, he just put him over on Monday night.
Breaking up with Summer Rae and making out hardcore with Layla.
So if you watch Total Divas,
worth talking about.
If you watch Total Divas, right? Summer Rae's a whore, basically. She's
and they're fucking playing that right up.
She's flirting big time with him and all this shit. He's like, yeah, okay, whatever. And they get to the house or whatnot, and she like jumps on him and just starts making out with him. And then during the middle of making out, they're like, "This is weird." For real. That's, and so they're not. Yeah. So they had to break up on live TV, I guess.
Well, over Twitter.
They realized that well, of course this is all staged too. It's a fucking total divas, but they kissed and everything, blah blah. It's like they realized, yeah, we should just keep shit professional and not try to fuck.
Yeah, and then you ended up with Layla, right?
Yeah, something like that. Fucking that bitch.
I don't know, man. It works. It's like I said, we're talking.
I think they're giving AJ Lee a fucking. They hit. That was surprising.
AJ Lee.
Man, if I could just have a diva orgy.
No, I'm just saying.
I think they let her take because of CM Punk. They took the title because of CM Punk.
Well,
but it comes down to it, like maybe she wanted to go spend some more time with him or something. I don't fucking know.
When I started watching again, like watching weekly again, Eve, I think her name was, lost the championship and quit on the same night.
Oh yeah, you said Eve. I was thinking about that new chick with the red hair, but yeah.
And then Caitlyn had it, and then Caitlyn lost it.
And she
kind
left.
of bumped around for a bit, and then she quit.
Yeah, she left. I liked her too. She had
it. AJ had it a long time, and then she lost it, and we haven't seen her since. She kind of quit.
Well, we gotta understand though, her boyfriend is CM Punk.
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's a trend. It's like I'm going to be Divas champion. I'm going to be Divas champion till I quit. I don't
think she quit. I just think they're giving her time off to fuck with Tim, or they might just be pissed at her and trying to fucking. Or they might be pissed at CM Punk and putting it off on her.
Oh, what was that thing she said that I couldn't believe she said it, which was basically like a blatant shout out to CM Punk.
I don't know.
When she started doing the, I am the best.
Oh really?
In the world. I'm like, oh
yeah,
shit,
no doubt.
she went there.
That is a shout out to her, yeah, no doubt.
Mm-hmm.
Bro.
And she didn't last long after that.
Yeah.
Indefinite hiatus is what I read, if you believe what you read on the internet.
I believe everything I believe on the internet. I mean, read on the internet.
You know,
Wikipedia's 100% correct.
The only thing I really, say I believe 100% is the Iron Sheik.
Yes. Yeah. But fucking, I will make you humble. Fuck the Mondays.
I love it. Happy birthday, Janice Rodman. I hope you beat the fuck out of that raisin president of the Jabroni South.
Yeah. Well, there was another one, too, where he was talking about the NFL draft, and he was like, how come nobody draft Dead Dog Johnny or something like that? Or,
I love it. Happy Mother's Day to everyone except the cheeseburger tits, Paul Dean, and that dead dog, Donald Sterling wife.
I gotta kind of go sidetracked it here.
I gotta go watch this movie. It's on that site that I've been watching.
What's that
after I watch, I'll put it in the chat. Hold up.
Yeah, because I fucked up and closed the wrong window. I was like, no.
But the one thing that happened since we've talked last is I think it was Wiggy I got the link from.
Oops.
But that video with Connor the Crusher.
No, I linked it out first originally. Well, maybe not to him, but I linked it out fucking because I saw.
I got the link. No,
I'm not talking about that. I saw Triple H tweeted out that Mick Foley tweeted out. I was like, what the hell is this? And I watched it, and goddamn, bro, that is so.
Even Ryback tweeted it out.
Yeah, I was, bro, did you delete it?
Well, the thing that I thought was weird about that video, as a YouTuber, is it had 300-some thousand views, I think, when I saw it, and it's unlisted still.
It's unlisted. You can't like it. You can't do nothing to it but watch it.
Yeah. And
I think it's his father who put it up. If his father put it up, that's his own choice, man. And he fucking,
And it's a beautiful video because it's not Make-A-Wish. It's not any of that. It was wrestling at its core, for as much as we shit on it sometimes, has always been about kids.
Oh, yeah, I'm supposed to be doing this.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when the sick kid comes in, the sick kid literally weaseled his way backstage, right? For lack of a better term.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, shit.
Like, when you watch the video, I get the goosebumps, man. Like, them feels,
dude, I got goosebumps. I damn near cried. But
I showed my wife. My wife did cry. cry. Right?
I imagine so. Yeah, I imagine I had goosebumps, but I also felt good too because of.
Well, yeah, because I mean, like,
okay, so this kid
when he
has
punches
cancer.
Triple H out.
Yeah, this kid has cancer,
to pin
right?
him, and not just pin him, he's got to make sure he lifts the leg.
Yeah,
like that is the happiest little tear jerk moment.
But before he punched him, he told Triple H, he said, "I can't punch you.
Yeah, I can't hit you."
Do you have the link for that?
Yes. 1 second, we'll find it again.
Because I'd love to see that, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Oh, it's amazing, and it's
emotional. It's real emotional.
Well,
yeah,
dude,
it's a little 8-year-old kid, sick, cancer, and he kind of just ended up backstage and met them all. And spoiler alert, he passes, right?
That's usually how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah. But he got to go to WrestleMania and everything.
Not only did he get to go to WrestleMania, but right after Daniel Bryan won the championship, the first thing he does is get out of the ring, and he goes and talks to this little kid, eh? And he's like, I'm not even gonna try and quote it because I'll fuck it up, but it is just, you're sitting there going, ah!
Yeah.
And I don't care how manly, macho, how much you hate wrestling, whatever stereotype doesn't fit, this video will bring you close to tears, if not make you cry.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not the sad cry.
Mm-hmm. It's the happy cry.
Yeah.
And for the people who are watching, I'm going to put the partial link in it. Y'all put the HTTP and shit in it because we can't put full links in the chat on the thing. But if y'all want to watch it.
Or check the hashtag LTWLive.
Yeah, I'll do that.
I'll tweet it out on that.
No, don't do that. Back up. Oh, what the hell? Internet wouldn't be a bitch. But yeah, it's a real emotional video. It is. It's very awesome, though. Fucking yeah.
Well, and like I say too, though, right? Like, I mean,
I want to watch it. Let's go check the hashtag or whatever.
I'm not trying to like belittle Make-A-Wish or anything like that. I think it's a beautiful thing, right?
Oh yeah.
But this wasn't part of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, this was just. But there you go, people. If you either go search the tag LTWLive on Twitter or check the chat and just put the HTTP www. And yeah, I got the recipe right there.
Yeah. And get your Kleenex ready because it's one of those.
Yeah, goosebumps, the feels, man. Like you said, the feels.
Oh, yeah. And it's because I mean, one thing WWE.
I hate that I can't like the video either. I want to like it.
Like I want to share the living shit.
Exactly. Yeah. That way, I was like, I want to like it, but I know right where it's at, and yeah.
Yeah, but like one thing WWE has always been is it's always been about the kids, and not just sick kids. It's been about the kids.
Yeah.
Right. And the kids get to do stuff like that. They get to meet their idols and shit like that whenever they get a chance. I think they've done a lot of good and important work for the troops.
Yep.
There's even more shit that they don't even discuss that they do all the time.
Well, and they do. They'll go to high schools, elementary schools. There was a reading thing.
There was a Kane. I seen Kane at school the other day, bro. I seen a video of Kane at school. That one too, yes, but no. There was some other video where he went to a school and he talked to some kids or whatever,
Yeah. And it is part of being a wrestler is giving back. What were they doing right before WrestleMania? They were building a playground, not just hanging out where a playground was being built. They're wearing the fucking tools and they're building.
What they do with that? Was they built that in New Orleans actually, or would they built somewhere else?
No, it was in Louisiana anyway.
Yeah, but we definitely need some more of that shit, man. Them hurricanes destroy that. Them hurricanes, oh god, the other shit. I imagine Bat Smash has probably been through some being in Florida, huh?
No, actually, I haven't been through any. Like, anytime anything major's come around, it all pushes itself out to the east. So it misses us. Like, we get the rainstorms and shit.
Fucking Katrina and Gustav and all them motherfuckers. God, we got fucked.
Katrina, like, the outskirts of it kind of tapped this area, but, like, it wasn't anything like, what you guys got.
Yeah, like I'm about like 45 minutes away, an hour away from New Orleans, So we didn't get as bad as them down there, but we got it pretty fucking bad. And fucking trees and everything all down, and fucking our place was fucking going to shit, and fucking we felt like every wall was about to cave in. We had a vigil up left, and yeah, come back to walls and shit caved in and everything destroyed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, that was just a motherfucker, bro.
Oh yeah.
No, the one thing I've never experienced a hurricane. You know what? I've experienced that, but that was out in Hawaii. That shit was fucking terrible. And the bitch about Hawaii is it's so damn small.
Yeah.
That, you know, when it rips through real fast. We've dealt with tsunamis, which is funny. Like, you don't think, like, everybody, like, when they think of a tsunami, they think, oh, man, it's this massive wave. And those waves are maybe 2-3 feet tall.
It's usually what they mean by how big it is usually from the fucking sea level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's scary looking, dude. When you watch the sea suck back,
yeah,
and there's all of a sudden where there's like
100 in real life.
There's like 100 feet of fucking, you know, where the water should be, and it's not. And all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
Something's going down. I'll be running.
And then this tiny little wave comes through, but it's the force of the wave. Like you're like, yeah, dude, it's like a 1 foot wave. Yeah, that 1 foot wave will sit there and push you across the freaking.
Well, it'll take out the bottom foot of how far it goes, right?
Yeah,
like,
it'll take out, like, when we were sitting at my buddy's house, we were sitting on his roof watching everything. And, you know, his house is built on stilts and shit like that, and it's concrete into the ground. So it's not wood or anything where, you know, but you're watching the shit happen, and we went to the back of the roof, like, back of his house, and you're watching just this tiny little wave just take everything the fuck out. Like, take out cars and shit, and you're like, God damn. I'm like, dude, and he's like, man, they made a big stink about nothing. It's that tiny little wave. I was like, you got to watch out with water for us, man. I was like, that will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I remember even, how long ago was that? The Japanese underwater earthquakes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And it fucking did a number on
Indonesia?
On Indonesia and Japan and all that.
Yeah.
Plus, over across on the other side of the pond, we didn't get near the massive damage, but they felt the effects of those waves, and that's how far away? From Japan to Vancouver Island? Like, you know?
Mother Nature is a bitch sometimes.
Oh, man, you know, there are a lot of forces that I don't give a shit about. Mother Nature will fuck your shit up.
Yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
And they're... Like, we get floods here every now and then. Our river goes too high, and people still build houses right next to it. And it's like, well, just saying.
Fuck yeah, exactly. That's kind of like, it's like, oh, people still living in New Orleans. Like, eventually we know this shit's going to happen or down here.
Here's the thing that cracks me up. You get those trailers that are in Tornado Alley that get blown the fuck away.
Yeah, it's like a trailer park. Like a whole trailer park.
And then what do they do? They rebuild in the same fucking place.
Yeah.
I'm like, I guess.
It's like
when I went to church when I was a kid, they say the foolish man built his house on the sand, and the wise man built his house on the rock. You know what I mean? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Always go for high ground if you got the option.
Oh, no doubt.
Like the worst thing we ever dealt with was
Yeah, we're just bullshitting now, people. We might talk a little wrestling. We're just going to bullshit people. We're pretty much done with Monday Night Raw, if y'all haven't
Oh,
told.
good. That means I don't have to watch it anymore.
But there isn't really much that happened besides the Daniel Bryan stuff. You know, Shield and them are still attacking each other. They got, had a few other matches. But me and you only watched it half-ass.
I also did call it, too. As soon as Bryan had the championship, it wasn't as interesting to watch. Like, that whole Bryan and Kane storyline, I just couldn't get into it.
Yeah. Bro.
I just have a hard time getting into wrestling as of late. It just seems very boring to me.
Oh no, dude, yes, it is so fucking boring compared to what I grew up on.
Yeah, like what I grew up on, like watching it in the Attitude Era.
That's why I love the WWE Network. It's so fucking worth it. Or that website. But
for those of you who live in Canada and can't get the WWE,
like, the one thing that we dealt with was
2015.
was Tropical Storm Debbie. And all it was a, it was pretty much just, thunderstorms and shit that stuck around for 4 days straight.
Yeah.
And we got massive flooding over it. I mean,
flooding, a little bit.
Well, the funny thing is, a lot of the flooding on in my neighborhood was due to the fact that all the drains were still clogged.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when we got fucking flooding, dude, like I was showing my aunt, I'm like, you don't want to go drive your van out there. I'm like, you're gonna fucking waterlog. I was like, the thing's gonna get waterlogged. She's like, oh, it can't be that bad. When I walked to the middle of the fucking street and water's up to my waist, and I go, I was like, your minivan ain't going anywhere. I was like, wait about an hour, the storm will be over, and you guys.
It's never flooded that bad here, but yeah, it's been pretty bad.
We were ripping around on fucking jet skis. Like, my buddy came over and goes, yo, dude, I need help moving this TV to the second floor. I'm like, why? What's the matter? My house is flooded. I've got 4 feet of water in it. I go, shit, all right, I'll be right over. So I come over, help him out, get the TV upstairs. I'm like, where's the other fucking jet ski? He's like, oh, it's out back. I'm like, is it tied down? He's like, yeah. He goes, I put a 40-foot rope on the fucking thing. And I'm like, why? He goes, because his dock, he goes, my dock is about 20 feet underwater right now. I was like, oh, shit. So he drives the fucking jet ski right over to the fucking other one. He's like, just untie it, and there you go. I'm like, all right, cool, untied it. And we were sitting there, because there's so many fucking little lakes that we've got around here. Yeah. And once it was fucking filled up, they were just overflowing into the street. And he goes, the only thing we really got to keep an eye out on is, I was like, gators. That's just about it. He goes, yeah, dude. He's like, we got that one freaking, he's like, there's a reason why, our neighborhood is called Holiday Lakes, because we got like 9 of them in the fucking area. And one of them has, like 15 different fucking alligators.
But say, if you ain't never been driving down the street and an alligator just walks in front of your car, man, then you ain't lived before.
If you're driving
down south,
if you're driving down, like if you're in Florida and you're driving down one of the local highways, and instead of seeing like, dead possums or dead squirrels or anything like that, you see alligator parts everywhere.
Down here in Louisiana, bro, we got them swamps and everything, and yeah, bro.
Yep. Dude, Johnny, I'm telling you, an 18-wheeler hits an alligator, there's not much left of it.
Well, see, what we get up here, and I know I'm living up to the stereotype here, is but moose.
Hell no, man. That moose will sit there and destroy a truck.
Well, my grandpa was telling me it used to be long haul, and I've probably told the story before, but I'm going to tell it again. One of the truck drivers that worked with him, there was a moose in November, rut season. For those of you who don't know, rut season means they're horny and they want to fuck.
Maiden time.
And he pulls the air horn to scare the moose away, and the moose somehow took it as a threat or a mating call or something. And it starts on this fucking Kenworth. It ripped the grill off. It ripped the engine out. And the moose literally tore this semi apart until it made it to the firewall before it got bored and left.
Damn it, man.
Just put it into perspective. A semi-truck and the whole thing up to the firewall, up to the part that the last barrier between you and the engine is gone.
God damn, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
you don't want to piss off a moose.
I saw a video of a guy, and I totally understand this. He was doing archery, right? He was bow hunting, and he's got his compound bow, and it's ready. And I don't know if he froze or if cows weren't, if he didn't have tags for cows or whatever. But he's standing in one place, and this cow moose walks up to him and fucking scratches her nose on his arrow and walks away, right?
Dude, I'd be shitting myself.
Oh, dude, I wasn't scared, but I ran past 4 guys that were. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, bro.
Like, dude, like, because he's up in this blind, and I mean, like I don't even know, for anybody who doesn't really understand what a moose is, I don't, like, it's bigger than a horse. It's bigger than a deer.
It's a huge fucking deer creature type thing, basically.
It's like a huge one. It's like a huge cow, if you think about it.
Well, it's like a huge cow if the cow went to the gym and worked out.
Yeah. So yeah.
if a cow had longer legs.
Yeah.
We got one of our best friends that he's
out
with us, man. His nickname is Moose. And that motherfucker's huge as shit, too.
Why does everybody has a buddy named Moose? If someone knows a buddy named by, like, the nickname of Skinhead Rob.
Well,
I know skinhead.
how many of you have a big fat friend nicknamed Tiny?
I have a few of them.
You know,
throughout the lifetime, yeah.
or Tiny or Slim. They
Yep.
get called.
Oh, Slim.
Yeah, and it's a 300-pound plus club to get called Slim or Tiny. Yeah, it's usually 6 feet tall to get called Tiny and 300 pounds to get called Slim.
Yep. Getting back to the moose thing.
Yeah.
My only experience that I've ever had, I almost shit myself. Because, dude, I'll tell you what.
I'm laughing at something else. Matt Stryker, remember Matt Stryker from WWE? He just tweeted out the best thing you could do is stay humble. Iron Sheik tweeted out and said, "You said it perfect, Bubba, but Iron Sheik's about making you humble is way different." That's why I laughed.
So, we're going up this mountain, and it's early in the morning. You know, it's dawn. It's before the sun comes up, and they're dropping us off, and we know where our blinds are, where our fucking our tree stands are and shit like that. So everything, I'm like, all right, cool. Can't fucking see shit, so we got flashlights. Well, no sooner I get out of the truck with my fucking gun, I had a gun and I had a bow and arrow, just in fucking case. As I'm getting dropped off, he drives off, and all of a sudden I hear and then a snort, and I went, oh, fuck.
And that snort means they're sizing you up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So instantly I start going up the fucking mountain a little bit, and all of a sudden I hear this thing taking a shit.
Yep.
And I go, fuck. All right, time to pull the shotgun the fuck out.
Yeah.
I'm like, we're not doing this bow and arrow style.
Yeah, it might not be edible, but hey, we'll live.
Yep. I'm sitting there loading the fucking shotgun up. I'm like, yeah, we're not using buckshot. We're using fucking slug rounds in this one.
I'm Indian outlaw, half Cherokee and Choctaw. My baby, she's a Chippewa. Wow, she's one of a kind.
So, finally, like, the sun comes up. I can see. I make a fucking beeline for my fucking tree stand. And my buddy goes, dude, I saw you, like, running up the fucking hill. I'm like, yeah, there was a moose about 10 feet away from me. And he was sizing me up. He goes, oh, shit, my bad, dude. I was like, yeah, next time use that fucking spotlight. So, make sure that we don't ever end up losing a fucking hunter out here.
Yeah. Dude, I miss fucking hunting on it.
Because one of our buddies actually got one. And I was like, did its asshole smell like shit?
It's like, yeah, solid asshole smell like shit.
Like,
I got you.
Chocolate covered almonds.
I was like, did you find any rabbit food pellets nearby? Some raisinets? And he's like, because he was by where I was at. And he's like, yeah, dude, why? I'm like, oh, because it's shit right next to me.
Yeah.
He goes, are you serious? I'm like, dude, I could feel steam. I was like, let's just put it that way. It's shit near me. I was like, when the thing pisses and you fucking hear it taking a leak, and you go,
like, I felt the drip.
I was like, dude, and he goes, no fucking way. So we walk out to where I was, and I was like, dude, look, he pissed and shit right here, and you can see about 10 feet away my footprints. He goes, dear Lord. I said, yeah, man. I said, this is why I'm putting a fucking tack light on this shotgun from now on.
Yep.
He goes, to be honest with you, you're probably better off just the fact that you kind of kept walking away from it.
Yeah.
I was like, I do not want to fuck with that thing, man. Because the one he got, dude, I mean, it was a good, 7 feet fucking tall, 350 plus pounds. And it was during, it was actually, it wasn't cow season. It was actually, buck season.
Mm-hmm.
But it was buck season. And this fucking rack this fucking thing had, holy Christ, man.
Yeah,
bro.
And it's
I'm from the country. I'm from Arkansas, so I miss all that shit, man. I can't do none of that shit around here, bro.
Dude, it is so cool, how we dismantled the thing, because there was 10. There's 10 of us, and pretty much the guide comes down and he's like, all right, let me show you this quick and easy. I was like, okay. And he's like, what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave. He's like, we're gonna leave this here. We're gonna go back, get the truck, and then we're gonna, and then come back and dismantle it. I'm like, okay. I'm like, which was a day away, I'm like, is that thing okay to be, he's like, it's not like it's going to, go bad. He's like, we're in negative plus weather. I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, nature's fucking freezer. I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, bro.
So we come back the next day, dude, and he literally, the only thing that was left on that thing was it looked like a pack of wolves fucking attacked this thing.
Yeah, but some fucking ate the fuck out of it.
No, like
No?
this is after we dismantled it.
Oh yeah, my bad.
Like
my bad.
all you had was the rib cage.
Yeah.
With like leg meat was already cut straight the fuck off, and the leg bones were still sitting there.
Yeah.
And then you literally had like the ribs and everything else, and that was it. Because he dude, it was cool as hell because he skinned the whole entire thing. He skinned everything, wraps it the fuck up, and fucking lopped its fucking head off.
Yeah.
And then fucking bungee tied it to fucking together, where you could like if you had to travel, like you could actually put it on your backpack.
Yep.
And then he just sat there and like he pulled the heart out, pulled all the innards out, and then like literally just filleted the fucking thing for like this section, and out of like a 300-pound fucking animal, you get close to like 200 pounds of meat.
Yeah. Well, the one we did.
I don't think I've ever actually like ate moose.
Moose is good. So is
yeah. I don't think I have.
Moose is use
some Canadian bacon.
Make moose. You know what I mean? When you cook moose, use your spices.
Yes. Yeah.
It's because it's so lean.
Yeah, I got you.
It doesn't have that built-in flavor like beef does.
Yeah, I like all that shit, man. Deer, rabbit, squirrel,
like when we were doing the ground moose, we were adding in fat to it.
Yeah, well, we did we bagged a moose, right? And we skinned it. And just took it skinned, and we brought it right down to the butcher, right? Because, well, 3 of the hunters I went out with, like there was 5 of us. No, sorry, there was 4 of us. There was me. This was like my second hunting trip, right? The other guy, he'd been on a few, but he's about 30 or 35, and he's a truck driver. So I mean, you lose all your muscles when you drive for a living. Trust me, I know. And the other 2 were over 60. So it's like, okay, we're taking it to the butcher. We ended up with 100 pounds of meat each out of that one fucking moose. I mean, same thing, right? We got a bunch of ground moose. So I think we went 2/3 with pork.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's part of the reason we ended up with 400 pounds. But still, right? Like, I mean...
It's funny.
That's not 400 pounds of animal. That's 400 pounds of edible meat.
Yep. Dude, I'll tell you what, the nice thing about that was, because we split it up amongst because we ended up getting 2 moose that trip. And with 10 people, each person, 5 people got a moose, 5 people got a moose.
Yep.
And it was awesome because each person got close to like 100 pounds per person.
Yep.
Well, stock that freezer up, man.
Oh my God. It was to the point where like my freezer was so full of like
fucking moose.
I was handing out pieces of moose because I didn't have enough room to feed
I'm balling in moose, nigga. Take this.
Yeah, I was.
No, check out my freezer at that point.
On you.
I had 2 deer in there.
Yep.
I had 2 boars in there, and then I had the moose, and then had the moose meat in there. It was to the point where I would like walked over to my neighbor. I'm like, "Yo, do you want a pork shoulder?"
Cool, bro.
And he's like, "Is it boar?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Hell yeah!" I'm like, "Here you go. Merry Christmas." "Yo, do you want some venison?" "Yeah." "Here you go. Merry Christmas." Do you want some moose?
My job that I had when we bagged that moose, I was taking like roasts and moose steaks and ground moose, and like we had a little fridge in the back with like a top load freezer. I would fill that every day for a week, right? And every day, just when a customer come in, it's like, here's a moose roast, here's this, right? For a week straight, just because I didn't have enough room in my freezer for that and whatever else was in there, right?
All right, guys, I'm going to cut this short, man. Not short, but cut this off in a second, man.
Well, I mean, we haven't talked about wrestling.
I mean, stop the broadcast. So. Well, yeah, I know that. We talked about board. Let me go ahead and stop the broadcast, man.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for coming out. Of course, yeah, we ain't talked about wrestling for 20 minutes. We got all that shit done. We might be
I'm
back
gonna turn
one day.
my light on so you can see me better. Sorry about that.
There we go. Finally, there we go. Depends on White Trash's schedule. We might be back Monday night, or depends on how I fucking feel if he's not there.
Oh God, I can't wait till we can start actually doing this right after Raw.
Oh, bro. We'll see how shit goes, people. But we will be back eventually with our LTW live. Again, thanks for everybody coming out. And yeah, we are out this bitch. Later, people.